Hey guys, today I'll show you all you need to know about bees. So bees are a mob that has been added to Minecraft, I think about 3 or 2 years ago. And they can provide you with honey and honeycombs, which are pretty useful items, as I will show you in this video. Bees are a neutral mob, technically, because if you attack them, they will attack you, poison you, and unfortunately die, because they are useful. And so the process for what they mainly do throughout a normal survival day: hunt for like flowers, then pollinate. And when they do pollinate or have pollinated, you'll see like things on the back of them, like pollen all over them. And then they'll head back to their hive, and on that hive, every 5 bees that go in, it'll add each bee will add a honey level, and if you have 5 honey levels, it will fill up the hive like they just did there. So on these 2 hives, I can show you the 2 things you can do with this. So you can get a honey bottle from this, which is pretty useful. It gives you a hunger bar a bit. And then the other thing you can get from bees' nests are honeycombs, which are a pretty cool item that you can use to craft honey blocks, and another type of bee nest. So, an interesting fact about bees is that once they pollinate and then they go to their hive, and they like go over crops, they actually add a bone meal effect, which can make your crops go a lot faster, as you see here. Right there. Kind of like makes the crops add a stage from that pollen, which is really cool. So as you can see, I can like do this and get honeycombs. Bee nests spawn in areas where you get oak trees and or birch trees naturally. So you can't craft bee nests. But there is another item called bee hives, which you can craft, and I'll show you how. So basically, you are going to want to have honeycombs and craft the bee hive. So the bee hive will, any extra bees that are floating around will go into the bee hive. And it's basically like a bee nest, like I said. Now, so this is a bee nest, and this is a bee hive. So for both of them, if you want to pick them up without actually angering bees, which I will show you in a moment, how that happens, then you're going to want a silk touch tool, and then you can carry it around, and the bees can actually be inside there. And like you can hold it in your hand. So that's a really easy way to transport them. And another cool fact about bees is they only work during the day, when it's not raining. So if you want to get transport your bees efficiently, and like want them all in their nests, then you can like, when it's raining, that's a good time to do it, or when it's night. So also, then they will attack me if like I break their hive. So let's say I wanted to get some more honeycomb, so I would use my shears, but they would get angry and would try to poison me, as you can see, and that actually hurts them, like, so that's bad. So you don't want to get poisoned, but honey bottles help with poison, so let's say also, if you break a hive, then they will get angry at you. So there, I broke a hive, now they're attacking me. Well, honey bottles can actually cure poison. You can see there they killed me. So they are dangerous. They are not passive like sheep, pig, and other creatures. So you can see there that bee just died because it attacked me earlier. So if you do want the honeycomb and the honey bottles, which are good items, one way to pacify them is make a campfire. So yeah, the way to pacify them is to get campfires and actually place it under place it under the bee nests, and the smoke will pacify them so that they don't attack you if you want some of their honey. So I will take the shears, and you can see that they're not angry at me because they have campfires under there, which makes it a lot easier to get this stuff. And so that's good. And bees are really useful because you can get like so much useful items like honeycombs and honey bottles, and I'll talk about the uses for those in a bit. So another way to transport bees, if you don't have any like silk touch tools, is to hold out a flower and they will actually follow you. And you can breed bees by feeding to a flower, and then they'll create a baby bee, which is basically a small bee, which looks really cute, and is smaller. And then also over here you can see the beehive actually is full now. And so they'll follow you around if you hold out flowers. And you can also breed them with flowers. So flowers are a key item if you're trying to get lots of bees. Then the uses for this honeycomb and all these honey bottles. So most of the uses for honey include making honey blocks, which are really interesting items. They reduce fall damage. Then they have kind of like weird gravity. Like if I throw this item on the side, it'll like kind of slide on. Like, so you can like slide on the side. You can see me like doing that right there. So they're really interesting like that. And then bottles of honey also can cure poison, like I said earlier. Then honeycombs can be used, like I said again earlier, to craft honeycomb blocks and the honey hive or beehive. And honey blocks are kind of weird items because like you can't really jump on them like you normally could up on another block. So like I'll place sea lanterns down. I can't jump up onto this block. And so bees definitely are a useful addition to Minecraft. Really add a lot. I hope you learned a lot from this video. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.